Today, I'm gonna cover why Bitcoin could eventually be right now on the way towards $300,000, guys. We're gonna have a look into that. So welcome everyone on board. Make sure to be subscribed on this channel, guys. We hit over 4,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for your great support, guys. And of course, make sure to be tuning in here every day. Today, I'm gonna do a comparison video, guys, between Bitcoin and gold. What happened after we got the ETF on gold and what happened with Bitcoin after we got the ETF. So this is going to be very important video, guys, and very exciting video. So make sure to be subscribed here, leave a like, and also share this video with all your friends. Also check out all links in the video description, especially when it comes to exchanges to trade Bitcoin and altcoins. Right now on Mexi Global, if you trade on this exchange, guys, there is a nice event going on here. Of course, you can also trade all newest cryptos that are upcoming with low market cap. So make sure to be signing up to Mexi Global with this link. And also right now for the next 2 days, if you are registering to this event exclusively, if you signed up with my link, you can also create a new account and then of course trade on this event. You can get some extra prizes while trading. The biggest prizes are of course a drone or an iPhone 17 Pro Max from Apple and so on. Those are prizes that you anyway will get as soon as you reach certain trading volumes. This is something for everyone that is trading with high volumes, especially with leverage, to get those extra prizes. So definitely take advantage of that, guys. This event is taking place for the next 2 days. We are almost at the end. So the next time we're gonna do of course another event where you can get some prizes. So prepare for that, and therefore of course be subscribed here. Sign up to Mexi Global with the link in the video description to be eligible for future events like this one. If you anyway are trading Bitcoin or altcoins, then of course like that you can get 100% some guaranteed prizes here as soon as you reach certain trading volumes. And of course, also remember, guys, that everything that I'm gonna cover in this video, also that Bitcoin could eventually go to 300K in the next coming weeks and months, of course, is no financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, but I'm showing you always my own TA and my own price analysis. And also based on my indicators, I'm always sharing everything with you guys. So be subscribed here. And also at the end of this video, I'm gonna give you an update, guys, on Tether King, this new hyped crypto game that you can basically play and also earn USDTs while playing. You can see that almost 1,000 players already are online here. Over $200,000 have been invested here because this is a play to earn game. But of course, in order to start the game, you need to start building up the first houses, and the minimum investment here is $10, and then you can get started. I'm almost addicted to it, guys, because this game makes me $100 per week that I put always into the game a bit, and also a bit into Bitcoin. Of course, my goal is here to reach $200 per week that I can put every week then into Bitcoin. This is my goal that I have with this game. And currently, as you can see, I'm collecting a lot of gold because I want to upgrade here my Warden's Hall. This is the biggest building that I have so far, which gives me only with this building $3 per day, but totally I'm earning around $13 per day right now because of all the small buildings that I have. But whenever you buy the big ones down here, the most expensive ones, or of course you upgrade those expensive houses, this is the best way how to get as fast as possible back to your initial investment, and then like that of course earn basically kind of for free here some USDTs that you can cash out here every day, and of course also put it into the game or just buy Bitcoin or whatever you want. You can see that every day I have here some transactions. Every day I'm cashing out a little bit, and also a little bit I put into gold, because this is what you can do with your gems. You can convert your gems into dollars or into gold, and then of course accumulate more, become bigger here, earn more gold and more gems per hour that you then can convert of course into dollars. So I think that's already it with the update for Tether King, guys. We did it already now, so make sure to tune in here. Tether King, the crypto game website, is here. You can play it on your PC or mobile phone, of course, so check it out with the link in the video description. And I think that now we can start with the fun part of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is still in a nice uptrend here, guys, and you can see that since Bitcoin had monthly closes here in 2023 above the median line of the Keltner channels, in theory the uptrend started here. And with every bigger correction, we just came down to test the median line of the Keltner channels on the monthly time frame, exactly like right now. So yes, we are in a critical point that eventually we could crash down and then see later on a big continuation to the upside of this bull run, or that we immediately from here on immediately bounce from it and see this continuation to the upside. But now I want to show you guys why I believe that there could be a different scenario. And Bitcoin is still holding to it, and it is still possible, even though, of course, based on the 4-year cycle, we should be seeing another big crash down towards $60,000 to $50,000 for Bitcoin, so down here, before we start a completely new bull run. And this is because of gold. You see that gold right now is on a big rampage. Of course, this rally will continue as long as we have monthly closes above 4K. I'm going to keep you updated on gold as well, guys. But even more important is here, let me quickly delete that. What happened with gold when we had the ETF launch? The gold had the first ETF here in 2004. And you can see that since we got it until the really top here, not considering also these little, or at least, I mean, those weren't little, those were big crashes from $1,000 down to $600, almost 50%. But you can see that the trend continued to go higher and higher here until we reached the real top here and then had a very long bear market. And this lasted for 8 years. And you can see what happened with gold when we got the ETF. First, we had a big crash down to the median line of the candle channels, but then we had a massive pump, crash to the median line of the candle channels, big pump, crash to the median line of the candle channels. Here we even had a big crash down to the 50 monthly moving average, and then big recovery and straight up here until the top right here. This is what happened with gold immediately for the next few years once we got the ETF approved. And only after 8 years we had then a severe bear market down here. So remember that, guys. Now we're gonna do here a nice copy of this pattern, of this fractal here. What happened with gold when the ETF was launched? It started here and it ended up right here. So this is what happened with gold after the ETF launch. So now we're gonna copy that. We're gonna copy this fractal and we're gonna go back to our beloved Bitcoin chart. Now we're gonna go to the recent price action because we got the ETF for Bitcoin launched, which was approved the first time from the SEC in 2024, January 2024. So that is more or less, where is it? Here. This is exactly when we got the ETF. And now, if we pull out this, what happened with gold here above our Bitcoin chart, more or less, we can make it fit a little bit here. Of course, we can move it a bit like that, or we can move it like this. You can see that there are many similarities. You see here the Bitcoin price with the candles. We had a big pump, crash, pump, crash, pump, crash. What happens next? If we're going to follow what gold did after this crash that also gold had, in theory, we should be seeing now a very big run up for Bitcoin as well. If Bitcoin is doing the same thing like gold did, we should expect Bitcoin to go also for the next like 8 years or so towards $300,000 per Bitcoin. Of course, we can adjust here this this fracture or this pattern here a little bit. I mean, we can also do something like that. That's even more closer to the current price action. You can also see here big pump, correction, pump, correction, pump. But here the problem is that we had this crash now. We had this correction and not this big continuation to the upside like we were expecting it. So if we pull it then like this, then you can see more or less the crash is basically ongoing right now. And afterwards, we should be seeing here big continuation to the upside towards 300K, probably in 2027. But that means that during 2026, we have seen already the worst already and the low. That means that during 2026, we should be always going slowly higher. Always pump, correction, pump, correction, pump, correction, and so on until the next few months and maybe even years, until we do something like gold did, top out somewhere many years later, and then start a prolonged bear market or corrective phase. So let me know what do you think about that, guys, because this fracture here is very, very similar to what we are seeing right now with Bitcoin. And this is exactly what happened with gold when we got the ETF approved. So let me know what do you think about that, guys. I thought that this is something I wanted to share with you, and which could be, of course, also very important to see in which direction that we're really moving to. And even if we are crashing down more during 2026 and we're really going to touch the 50 monthly moving average like also gold did at around 60 to 50K, at the end, I think that Bitcoin will do this. And then, of course, follow the path that also gold had, which is to the upside. So long term, I'm bullish. Long term, I expect something like that to be happening. Of course, no financial advice, guys, but short term, yes, short term, we still can come back down here. That is possible. I think that would be one of the greatest buy opportunity for the long term then for Bitcoin, but we will see what happens. Because if the low is in, then this is at the moment the last opportunity to get in before the price takes off. And of course, with Bitcoin, also the altcoins will be moving according to that. So let me know, what do you think about that, guys? Make sure to be subscribed here. I salute you for now. I think that this is a potential scenario that could be playing out. Let me know, what do you think? Make sure to be subscribed here. Sign up to Maxi Global. Of course, I'm using also other exchanges like Bybit. Here you can also get the Bybit debit card, KC Exchange, BitUnix, Fimex, PrimeXBT. If you want to trade gold or silver or other commodities with your Bitcoin or cryptos, you can do that on PrimeXBT or also on Bybit. So sign up there as well. And of course, also join my other social media platforms, X, Telegram, and so on. So stay tuned, guys. Be subscribed. Thank you for watching, and let me know, what do you think about this scenario that Bitcoin also could be going now towards 300K. So thank you for watching. Crypto Underground, over for now.